What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a quick video here. A subscriber, Matt, I don't know how to say his channel name, so I'm not gonna butcher it, asked if I would do an equipment tour. So of course, you know, I'll do it. So yeah, I was gonna do one yesterday with the Volvo and the 220 Volvo and the 953K we have, and I started to do it, and it was in a neighborhood where there was a bunch of houses, and the neighbor was sitting on the front porch, and I was like, oh, that's too awkward, I can't do that. So anyway, I'm gonna start with this D5. It's a D5K2 XL. The XL is supposedly the extra long track frame, but I mean, it might be, I don't know the difference. But they have an LGP model which has wide pads, low ground pressure, and this machine, it was a rental and they bought it before I ever came to work here. So it's got, let me look up, I think it's got about 3,000 hours on it. And it does have grade control. It works pretty good. It's not calibrated, it's really messy. All of our equipment's really dirty. We have been super busy lately, so I'll fire it up and let you see. So these two icons right here, this is the blade angle and this is the blade up and down. So for some reason 1% either way and 1% down is actually flat. But let me hit this button here. But you can see they change with the angle of the blade, up and down. But yeah, that's kind of a cool feature. This is, how many, no, it does have has about 5,000 hours on it. Never mind. But yeah, I don't really know what to say in an equipment tour video or whatever, but I think this thing is right at 20,000 pounds. And I think I saw maybe 100 horsepower or something like that. This has, if I'm not mistaken, it's got a C4.4 cat motor in it. And if it is, yeah, let's go right. If it is, yeah, it's got a C4.4. It is the same engine that is in that 320 over there. So I'll just go ahead and walk around to this thing. This is a MOROOKA MST2200. It's on a rental right now. It's a track truck. I did a video on it a while back, but for anybody new, it has a 320 excavator cab just like this one, except this is an older model cab, and it's pretty neat. I mean, it's not that fast and it's really good in the mud, but I'll jump up in here and show y'all how it works. I have 0 specs on this one. I didn't look those up, but yeah. Sorry, the air was on. But anyway, this is how it runs. It's just got a single joystick with a trigger behind there, and that moves you forwards and backwards, and it's got a button for up and down, and there's your cruise control on and off. So you can idle it up, pull the trigger, get it up to speed, hit the button, and you don't have to keep pushing. See, I'm not pulling the trigger now, so it won't do anything but dump. I think it'll dump, yeah. But throttle's right here. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's only got one joystick. But yeah, that's this. It's pretty simple. And we'll move on to the track code. So this track code has about 5,000 hours on it. Right before I came to work here, the guy that I replaced, I was his replacement because he got fired. He was demoing a house and it had a basement in it. And he drove up on top of the subfloor. He had torn it down, drove it up on top of all the rubble, and it just had a wooden subfloor in it that went down to the basement like any regular house. And it busted through the subfloor and creamed this door and this door. Scratched up this handle, which whatever. But yeah, it had like 1,000 hours on it. So it was, I don't even know if it had that, to be honest. It was basically brand new. They had to move a loader over there to pull it out. If I can get my boss man to send me a picture, I'll put a picture in of it flipped over. But yeah, it's not had the best life. It does have some scratches here and there, and I have hit some mud with it. I'm not Let's Dig 18 here. I'm not painting a counterweight every weekend, or I'm not that careful with it. I mean, I am. I've only really hit anything in a counterweight one time. Twice I've hit mud with it, but both times were, one, I saw it coming and I was already full swing and couldn't do anything about it, and the other time I almost got it stuck in a silt pond. So I'll get this thing turned on. So this one doesn't have a key. It has a code. I'm not going to show you that. Well, actually, it's the timers started with the code, whatever. But it does have 2 cameras. It does have a 360 cam, but the camera on the front and the camera on this side, I don't even know if they work because I can't get the 360 cam to work, but this works. It has grade control. So let me go. I haven't used it in a while. Let me see what it's on here. Work tool select. Let's go to that. Okay, so it's on. Let's go to 48 GC. Let's get that on. Go home. Now we have our grade function. So let me see. It has, right here is the button to set your benchmark. As you can hear, it's on grade, and see with your indicators here, it's just like a regular laser, and it shows you all this stuff. It's pretty neat. That's really all I use. It has dig assist and all this stuff, which won't let you dig but so far, and this and that, but I've never used that before. And really, to get it to go off, all you have to do is hold the same button. So it's pretty neat. Has e-fence, which if you're under power lines or up next to a building and don't want to swing and hit it, you can turn that on. I don't know how that works either. And it does have like a load counter and a scale, so that's kind of cool. But again, I never use that. If I'm loading trucks, I'm loading them until it's running off the side most of the time. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this C4.4 motor is in this. So this only has a 4-cylinder, which is small. All the later models, I don't know about the F model and the E model, but I know the C's and D's and later models like that have a 6-cylinder in them. So this has a C4.4 and so does that dozer, but this has compound turbos on it. So it's twin turbo. That one's only got a single on it. Let me look up some specs real quick and I'll give you some specs on this thing. So I just looked up the spec sheet on this. This is a 50,000 pound excavator. It has a max digging depth of 22 feet, which I have reached that depth digging bar pits before. It says it has 175 horsepower. I'll show you. I'll climb up here and show y'all what the engine looks like. It's kind of funny looking up here. So I mean, it's pretty tiny. Like I say, the older models have a 6-cylinder, so there's a lot of space in here. We had to replace a coolant line, actually just a fitting back there with O-ring back behind under that thermostat right there. And Rome, the boy that was working on it, the other fellow that works here, he actually got down in here and was standing in here working on it. So there's a lot of room. It's pretty neat. Right here is your dipstick and your oil fill cap. And what's really cool about these is they have an extra dipstick behind this door, so you don't even have to get off the ground to check the oil. But since Dingus flipped this thing over in a basement, you can't open that door. So yeah, I gotta climb up here to do it. But this also has 5,000 hours on it. It's been a really good machine. There's been a few things like depth sensors, and had to put a thermostat in it, and that little fitting leaked and stuff like that. But overall, it's been a really good machine. I've worked here 3 years. I think I've put, I'd say 2,000 hours on it. I would say 3,000, but Rome has used it some, and I've used a little 135. But other than that, yeah, I really like it. I ran the Volvo yesterday for the second time. It's a good machine too. I like them both. The Volvo seems like it's not planted as well as this. I don't know if it's seems like the track frame's shorter or the boom's heavier. I know there's something with their booms, like I don't know if they're double walled or something, but there's something that makes their boom and stick heavier than Cat's. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, hopefully, Matt, hopefully this is what you wanted. Like I say, I really don't know what to say. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. I don't know if I'll post this first or not, but I've got a good video of the 953 working in a silt pond and me running the 220 that I will get posted. I might post this first because this will take less editing. It's just like 3 clips. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. It means a lot. Every video anybody watches and likes and subscribes, don't forget to do that. It really means a lot. It really helps a lot. And you know, anytime anybody tells me they've been watching my videos, whether it's somebody in person or sends me a message on Instagram or here, comment, whatever, it's awesome. So thank you guys. Y'all have a good day.